When you take your kids out to dinner, what do you order for them? Do you go to fast food restaurants? Ever ordered chicken nuggets? Sounds like chicken.
That's what they want.
High protein, white chicken meat, right? Wrong. Well, Mississippi researchers found that the ingredients in this yummy tasting finger food are more like eating a chicken hot dog that's made up of chicken scraps and preservatives and trans fats and sugar and salt and 56% GMO corn, among other things. Tell us about this Mississippi study.
It doesn't make it sound too appetizing. It's too bad they taste so good. And that's why our kids, of course, want to go to McDonald's or places like that where they can get these products. So a study was done, okay, by a couple of people from Mississippi. There were 3 researchers there, actually, who looked at only 2 nuggets, okay, from 2 of the national chains that were in Jackson, Mississippi. They preserved them and dissected them. They stained the sections in the laboratory, and they looked at them microscopically. And what did they found? Well, the first nugget had about 50% muscle, which is what you want. That's what good chicken tissue is. But it was a mix of fat and blood vessels and nerves, as well as cells that line the skin and the internal organs of the body. So it doesn't sound all that appetizing.
Well, plus they had a lot of chemicals in them and anti-foaming agents and anti-flammables. And butane. It's like, this is food?
Well, each one of those things has a purpose in terms of flavor and preserving and keeping it from getting an infection or something like that.
But I'm not finished.
No, you're not.
They also had anti-rancid ingredients. Anyway, and petroleum-derived preservatives and lots of carcinogens and things that are really not healthy.
Right.
They don't even sound like they should belong in food.
Right. But they taste good, and kids like them. And, of course, they like the environment of a fast food place, and that's where their friends go.
But, you know, the good news about this is when I was reading this study, I went online and I did a Google search, and I found that if you do a Google search, you can find your own recipes to make your own chicken nuggets with real chicken meat. And it doesn't have to be from sweeping the floor and pushing it all together.
Yeah, right.
And I also looked up fish sticks because I thought, I wonder, what's in fish sticks. And that's also like scraps of fish that they bind together.
Well, let's face it, the food industry is a business, and the idea is to make money. And you'll make more money if you use more of the parts of the animal that don't sound so desirable to eat. Of course, what we want when we're really thinking about chicken is either that chicken breast or that drumstick. But that's not what you're getting when you go to places like this. It's the same thing with meat, with the hamburgers in a lot of places. Fast food is not really the healthiest thing for us. And so when we're thinking about buying things like that, maybe what we should be thinking more of is how can we prepare things that have a social environment that our kids like, maybe have their friends over, and then go ahead and do what? Make the chicken yourself.
Yeah. Well, the other day I was in San Francisco, and in Union Square, which is a very popular shopping area, there was a stand where it said organic grass-fed hot dogs. And I thought, well, that's a step. And then I walked a few blocks further and went down Powell Street, and there I saw a hamburger place, a fast food place, and it said that they had organic grass-fed beef burgers.
They're trying to appeal to what people want, and we're becoming more knowledgeable about what we want.
So we need to keep it up.
Yeah, that's a step in the right direction. But keep in mind what's in a hot dog. I mean, you're not going to get something like in a steak.
Yeah. Well, just because it's organic doesn't mean it doesn't have a lot of scraps of things that you might not want to eat.
Exactly. So if you want to treat your kids the best way you can, make what they like, but don't be taking them to fast food places where chicken, it's going to be some, but there could be a lot of other things in there that you wish there weren't because they're not healthy.